Hello there, Crafty Doer. Jessica Michaels here with a video just for you, my crafty friend who has been having a difficult time adding mixed media to your scrapbooking layouts. If you are a seasoned mixed media crafter, this video can also be for you. This is just a quick, simple, and easy way to throw some mixed media into your scrapbooking layout. So grab a comfy chair, grab all your crafting things, and let's get into the crafty doings. For this layout, I'm going to be using Lindy's Magicals. If you're not familiar with them, they are pigmented powder. Now, there are 4 reasons why I absolutely love Lindy's Magicals. Number 1, a little goes a long way. As you see, I just sprinkled a tiny bit all over my watercolored paper on top of this Vicky Boutin stencil and spritz some water on top of it. Reason number 2, I love it. You can use it many different ways. This is only one of the ways that I've used it. Number 3, they truly are magical. This is hydrangea blue, but do you see this like fuchsia kind of purple popping through? All of their magicals do that. They have variations of colors popping through. I absolutely love it because number 4 reason why I love Lindy's Magicals is because you can totally let them do the work for you. And this is why I chose to go with this product for this tutorial, which is quickly and simply adding some mixed media to your scrapbooking layout. So I do the same over on the other side of my watercolor paper, but I end up adding a little bit too much of the powder in some areas. Easy fix. I just have to focus on adding a little bit more water in those areas, and then it'll just kind of spread like watercolor all over the paper and stencil. I highly recommend that you use some kind of heat drying tool before you lift the stencil. You could also just set the piece aside for it to dry before you lift. Otherwise, you're going to get a big smushy mess. I like to collect all the product. And by that, I mean I just do a little reverse stenciling by spritzing water onto the powder pigment and activating it so that I can press it onto this random piece of cardstock in my stash that most likely will get used for art journaling. As you see in the back, there's also some jelly printing pools, some stamps, and things like that. No product goes to waste in my craft room. You can hopefully see the shine that comes through these Magicals. They also have these flats available that doesn't have any shine. This video, however, is not sponsored by Lindy's Magicals. It's just a product that I recently got my hands on, and I am trying to get accustomed to it by playing with it and exploring with it because it is fairly new to me. Definitely, you don't have to run out and grab these products by any means. This is just what I'm playing with today. Speaking of, I am playing with Photoplay Sweet Sunshine collection. Really cool, bright, funky collection that I've had in my paper stash for quite a while now. So I'm pulling it out to scrapbook some photos of summer water play. The reason why I like this technique as far as adding mixed media to a layout is because you don't have to focus or stress out about whether your mixed media piece is perfect, because I'm doing some paper tearing. So you don't have to worry about whether you went off the edge or you don't like the edge or anything like that. Tear that baby right up and do some paper tearing, layering like I'm doing. The other reason why I like this technique to add mixed media to your layout is because you don't have to worry about your paper warping. If you're doing mixed media directly onto your base, most likely it will warp unless you prime it with some gesso or something like that. But looking at this layout, I want to add more of this mixed media piece for 2 reasons. I want more mixed media, and also I want some more blue to my layout. So I'm going to use, once again, leftover piece of that watercolor cardstock to add another layer of torn paper to my design. With my photos, I'm going to do a cluster of it on the top here because I'm thinking I'm going to do a cluster on the bottom right. So what about mixed media intimidates you? What is it that holds you back from using it on your scrapbooking layout? I know for me at the beginning, it was all about whether it was perfect or not. And I've come to the conclusion that mixed media isn't perfect. In fact, that is the beauty of mixed media. So I encourage you to play with your products, play, with the technique. I encourage you to add mixed media to your layouts. So now that I have my photos adhered, I'm going to take a look at the wonderful sticker sheet that Photoplay has added with this collection. I'm going to start grabbing the blue pieces that pop out to me because I want to pull the blue from the mixed media piece out onto this bottom right hand corner. And I'm thinking that the way I'm going to do that is add a little scene right here you would come to after the dip in the water. So I'm going to add this towel, the umbrella. Let's pick up perhaps this fun summery fruity drink. Let's pop that in there, and let me go ahead and grab this piece, this blue piece, this blue popsicle, and anything blue that pops out or anything that would add to this scene. Something else I'm going to add is my favorite, a little paper stitching. You absolutely do not have to add paper stitching. However, I added it because it was quick and simple. I literally just ran a straight line through it and a little zigzag in the middle. I didn't really have to do much. I printed out the title. I'm not sure if I would call it a title. I'm thinking more of like an embellishment, sentiment type thing. I'm not going to add a title to this, but it says Sweet Summertime. Because I printed that out in black, I wanted to pull that black and that same font and design down here to my bottom cluster. And I'm liking the way this is looking. So towards the end of my layouts, one of the last things I like to do is add a little bit of sequin. I am going to speed up this process because it's just me throwing out some sequin. There's no really technique behind it. If anything, my little tip would be to add clusters of 2, maybe 3, and then off that cluster, throw in one off, like away from it. Sometimes I like to tuck them in too, but I'm thinking I want some more stitching down here again, just to replicate what's going on up here on the top. But this is it. This is how simple, how easy it can be to add a little mixed media to your project without making a big mess, without overthinking it, without warping your paper. So I truly hope that you are encouraged to give this a go. And thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you aren't a subscriber already so you can get more content like this. Until the next Crafty Doings.